Hmm.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday Team Huddle. I want to thank everybody for taking out the time to join us. And before we get started, I want to ask, take a roll call to see who's on the call. If you don't mind unmuting, just say who you are, where you're calling from, and who's your enroller. So anybody can unmute.
Emerson Gibson, Alan Parsons.
I heard Emerson.
Roman enrolled me.
Go ahead. Who was after Emerson? That was you.
This is Amber, and
Kentucky.
Emerson enrolled me.
All right.
It's Soup here from the Quad Cities, and Dr. Stroman enrolled me.
All right. Welcome to the Quiet City.
Pam
James
Perlick, Athens, Georgia. Karen Haynes enrolled me.
Hello, Pam.
James Grantham,
Julia
Connecticut.
Bush, Julia
Alan
Bush,
Parker.
Augusta, Dr. Anthony Strowman enrolled me.
Okay.
Sherry Prince from Athens, Georgia, and Pam Perlick enrolled me.
All right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mike Huggins, Derek Hawkins enrolled me.
Okay, Mike Huggins.
Namaste, Lynn Hicks, Anthony Stroman.
Hello, Lynn Hicks.
James Grantham, Alan Parson enrolled me.
Hey, James, how are you, sir?
Good evening, it's Marie. Dr. Stroman enrolled me.
Hello, Marie.
Hello.
You miss anybody?
Alan Parson.
Dave from
Huggins.
Hey there,
enrolled
Alan.
me.
Alan Parson, all right. Who's next?
Dave from Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky.
Hey, Dave from Kentucky. Anyone else? Do we leave anybody
Homer.
out?
Gloria Harrison,
Hello, Gloria Harrison.
Candy King.
All right, from Delaware. All right, did I leave anybody? I don't want to leave anybody out. We all want to be, actually, all the people here. Thank you again for the huddle, and again for the new people. If this is your first or second time on a call, the purpose of the team huddle is just like it sounds. It's something for us to come together to huddle to see where we are, just like in a football game. At halftime, if you look at the score, and if you're losing, you got to figure out, okay, what can I do to get on the winning side, to get some points on the board, to stop the other team. If you're winning, you got to still do what's been working and protect your lead. But again, the purpose of a huddle is for us to come together to go over and really just to clarify some of the things you are learning in LifeWave, to share some tips and ideas and things that are working with other people. So again, for those of you again who may have challenges either inviting people, maybe signing up with customers, whatever challenges you have can be overcome. Sometimes it's a minor tweak. It could be a word, it could be fewer words, it could be uh, using your partner through a three-way call, can kind of get in out of your own way. Sometimes when you get so excited, it's very easy when you share the opportunity with people to, we call it fire hose them with information. But the idea is you want to pique curiosity. You don't want to satisfy it. So you want to give them just enough information so they want to come back and hear more, but not too much information where they feel you gave enough information. And sometimes uh, people make a decision by the information you do give them. So you want to have a nice balance. So again, the purpose of this huddle is getting to address things that come up, share any new announcements. As you know, the compensation plan is being upgraded and some new things. So we're going to cover that eventually when it's officially updated. But also some of you have things that you have questions about during the course of a week. And then if you have a question about something that you want to see us cover, just let us know so that we can include it on our Sunday call. And so I'm going to go through, through the agenda kind of quickly because we do have a special presentation by Dr. Stroman. It's called The Art of Inviting. But let's go quickly through the agenda. We always talk about mindset and belief because your success or lack of success is tied to how you think. What you think about, you bring about. And again, you control everything you do through your mindset. One thing about your mind and how you think, you could always eliminate bad thoughts. You could always add new thoughts, and you could always adjust and modify whatever thoughts you have. So your mindset and belief is really key in your success. And the best way to sharpen your tools is obviously to plug into whatever training you have access to, whether it's training by your leader, the coach, the person that enrolled you. We have a Saturday. Every Saturday is a 1 o'clock training by one of the senior presidential directors. These are people who have gotten to the top of the compensation plan. So every Saturday, that's a phenomenal training. Then you obviously have training during the week. Verdita Monk does a call on Wednesdays. That call was originally designed for directors and above, but she allowed other people to participate and listen. So they usually cover things that they would normally not cover for somebody new. So if you're brand new and you get on that call, some of the things may not seem may not resonate with right away because you may have not had the experiences that they're going to talk about. So again, plug into the trainings, read personal development. Your success is the direct proportion to your personal growth. So again, the great thing about training is tied to your personal growth, and the more you grow, the more success you have. You want to stay connected. I'm going to talk about the several ways you need to stay connected. Many of you may get a text from me, or you might have went to the WhatsApp group. But eventually, as our team grows, you want to not to be dependent on someone sending you the schedule. I even created a spreadsheet. It's a one-page spreadsheet. If you don't have it, let us know. And on that sheet, it has a list of all of the calls that we have during the course of the week. including the Zoom ID and the passcode. So you don't have to wait for somebody to let you know. And you should, after a while, know the schedule by heart. And again, once you've been through a couple of calls, you kind of know what the schedule is. You don't have to wait to get a link or for somebody to send you something. There's so many ways you can get connected. You can even go to YouTube at the time of the call, particularly for the This Is the Team, and you could actually watch the call live on YouTube. Accountability, we're talking about what is your pro. Again, your pro is your P stands for either your peak or patch. If anybody wants to share what their week was like, we're going to ask you to do so. R is for revisit, which is just follow up, and O is for opportunity. So again, that's our strategy. You want to either pique someone's interest by giving them this is it info link, or you want to patch them. And then you always want to follow up. And then after you follow up, you want to invite them to the opportunity. And again, that's kind of the strategy that we use. And the more you do that, the more success you have. So it really is a numbers game. The people that are having the most success are not necessarily the smartest people, they have the most influence, know a lot of people. They are the ones who are willing to get more no's than anyone else. Again, so just like Michael Jordan may have missed more game-winning shots than anyone else, but he probably made more game-winning shots because he took more of them. So again, the odds are in your favor if you're willing to just talk to enough people, and never think that you don't know enough people. Or that there's people everywhere. Most of the people that you know, you didn't know them before you met them. So just like you have friends and people that you know and acquaintances that you know now, again, you can get new friends very easily, and there's a lot of ways you can do that. And you're going to hear that a little bit about that from Dr. Stroman. He's going to talk about the art of inviting. Inviting is an art. Again, some people have more success inviting guests either to a presentation, a Zoom, a live event, or even just to see a presentation because they have a strategy. They've learned the art of inviting. It's not simply to say, hey, I want to invite you to something and to tell a person, they say, okay, I'll be there, and that's it. That is not the last word in it. There's a lot more to it. You have to have more into it. It is an art. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about tracking your progress. Again, I talked about it briefly last week. I'm going to talk about it again. You need to monitor your business and where you're going and where you're at. Again, it may take a little while to get used to understanding where you are, but again, the great thing about the LifeWave is they put it in front of you every time you log into your back office. Is literally right in front of you. It tells you this is where you are, and this is the first goal, and this is how you get here. They show you the steps. They tell you what you have and what's missing, what's needed. So there's no guessing. You know exactly what you need to do to have success, and it's going to save a lot of people time and effort, and it's going to have you move along your business much faster. Going to ask, hopefully you've been to school. SKOOL. School is actually the name of the This Is It Team's training site. This Is It Team has a training platform on their site. It's like 10 steps. In the past, you would actually click on it and you would read through it. There were some videos. Now they've actually created um, uh, a platform where you go in, you watch a video, and after you watch it, you put a check mark, and then it shows you what percentage you are on that module. And again, and you can go back to it over and over again, but it actually gives you a way to monitor your own progress. You don't have to wait for a training to learn something. In fact, most of what you need to do this business is already available in that site. So again, you may, if you have a question, I would recommend going there first because a lot of times it's in video format. You can watch it, like to watch it, rewind, or play the video, stop, do that step, start the video again, do the next step, and you can literally do just about anything that you have a question about. A lot of the questions I get from people, particularly if they're new or they just haven't seen it or not aware, answers already there for you. But again, it's best to see if you can figure it out yourself. And if you have questions, that is again the purpose of this call, is to maybe clear up some things. Some things may not be as clear. Some people are more tech savvy than others, so they may need a little more assistance, which we definitely will provide and help you with. We understand that. And again, some people are more inclined to use their phone to build their business. Some people use computer. Whatever you're comfortable with, again, it's fine. I'm going to briefly touch on the InTouch app if we have time. The InTouch LifeWave app is the free app that's available to all members, and you could use it as a tool. You can send videos, you can send PDFs to people. You can add them to a list, and it will track what you're doing with that person. I'm going to show you how to use it. And the great thing about it is a training on the app. So you can actually go to the app once you have it and watch the training on how to use it. Again, and once you've done it a few times, it is a great tool because it can track the people you talk to. It's another way to track and have accountability what you're doing. There's a bunch of events coming up between now and August. As you know, the next level event is on August 8th to the 10th in Orlando, Florida. But there's about 6 or 7 events leading up to that event. These are live events. You want to take advantage of it. Even if you don't live in those cities, you'll be surprised by inviting one person to one of those events, another city. You could build a whole new organization just by inviting one person. You can invite a lot more, but you want to take advantage of it. If you know people in I think there's a couple of places in Florida, Houston, where else? I'm going to show you the location. It's about 6 or 7. They had one in Puerto Rico. You might have noticed if you was on the training yesterday, they were doing the training live from Puerto Rico because it was at 1 o'clock and it was in English and in Spanish. Again, that was one of the first kickoff events leading to the next level event in Orlando. All right. So let's get right into the mindset. I'm just going to read these real quickly. I usually cover them. And again, a lot of times, if you just read the statement, and sometimes a few words could be very profound. You don't need a lot of detail. For example, I was talking to one of our partners the other day, and one of the profound statements that one of my mentors taught me, he said, if you want things to change in your life, things have to change in your life. Now, it sounds very simple, but very profound, but that's exactly true. Again, if you want things to change in life, things have to change in your life. That means you have to do things differently. Don't need a lot of explanation. 90% of your success is mental. Again, I talked about that earlier. It's what you think about, you bring about. The power is in your mind. You can, if you think about it, and I actually think about this as well. Have you ever watched a movie and actually cried knowing that it was a movie? Think about that. Have you ever watched a movie and actually started crying because of what you saw in the movie, knowing that it's a movie, knowing that it's not real, but your mind, sometimes your subconscious mind can't distinguish between what's real and not. So if you can have that kind of power to see something as that is not as is, you can easily see something that is not. So again, you have the power of thought, the power of mind. You can change your thoughts anytime. You can improve your thoughts. You can get rid of old and bad thoughts and always replace them with new thoughts through reading, through training, and through just repetition. Quitting is just a permanent solution for a temporary situation. So again, if you want to have success in anything, quitting is not an option. If you keep feeding your faith, all of your doubts will disappear. Again, feeding your faith, again, for whatever that means for you in terms of belief. You want to continue to feed whatever your faith is. And again, understand in this business, your yeses will build your business and your income, and no's will build you. Okay, so don't take the no's as, a no's an opportunity for you to grow because you're going to learn from it. What did I say? What didn't I say? A lot of times it has nothing to do with you. There are people that would look at this opportunity. They could be presented by David Schmidt himself, and they would still not see it and still not be interested. Then you have somebody who doesn't understand a comp plan, will fumbling on their words. They present it to the right person who understands and sees it, and they actually get in. So again, you have to just be conscious of sharing it with as many people as you can. Don't spend a lot of time trying to convince any one person. We don't need any one person. We need people. So don't get stuck on somebody who may be successful or somebody who you think has a large hand of influence. You want to take them through the same process. You could always revisit and come back to them because there's some people that are worth what we call planting the seed and coming back from time to time, because sometimes it's just a matter of timing. And again, sometimes people will feed the fire for you. For example, you might mention it for the first time to someone and they say, no, they're not interested. The time is not right. They may hear it again from someone else. And then maybe they hear it maybe a third time. They say, man, I'm hearing about this a little bit too much. Let me get back to the person who shared with me. So even if you share with people, always remind them to remember who shared it with them first. Because if you're the first person to share with them, I've had people that came back to me because they heard it again. And now again, but again, I guess hearing it more than once and hearing it again, they say, there's something to this. Let me get back to the person who shared it with me. And the reason that most people fail in life wave is not because they quit, it's because they quit before they win. You don't fail in this business, in any business. You either win or you quit. Those are two options. Again, if you quit, obviously you can't win. But again, because winning is a lot more than just making the money, hitting the position and ranks. It's the person that you're going to become. It's a journey. It's not necessarily a destination you're looking to get, but it's a journey on building you to success. Some people have success faster than others because they've already been through a journey of growth, personal development. They've tried other things, it didn't work out, but they kept building and kept doing and kept going. And so by the time they get to this stage, they'll have a little bit more experience. They mastered the art of inviting. They mastered the art of language. You'd be surprised how changing one word versus another makes a difference. For example, we talk about Lifeway being an investment, not a cost. Again, just something as simple as that resonates different with different people. So again, and you learn these things by plugging in and hearing it over and over again. And again, that's why it's important to listen to successful people, because a lot of times it's the word, the language, how they present that makes all the difference. So again, that's kind of the mindset you want to have. Just going to run through these swift. You might want to take a screenshot or write these down. But this is it, info.com. That is our main source of information. Again, saying less is saying more, because again, if you get good at sharing that site with people and just tell them to watch the first 3 videos, remind them that it only takes up to 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes to watch these 3 videos, and always ask them, when can you watch it? And then always follow afterwards. Don't just give them the site and say, I want to take a look at this, and now you're waiting to hear back from them, or you could plan photo to be, get a commitment from them when it's okay to get back to them. If you get good at asking people permission to get back to them, it takes away the anxiety with feeling that you might be bugging somebody, or they're not responding, or they may go into the witness protection program because again you keep calling them. So if you always ask them, listen, if you watch, when can you watch the site, and they tell you tomorrow at 3, say, great, is it okay if I call you at 4? Great. So now you can follow up and give them a call at 4, because you have their permission, and always have something to follow up, even after they've seen it. Then after they've seen it and you get back to them, ask them what they like about what they saw, and then so listen, you can invite them now to see a live presentation. You can always, edify the person who's going to speak. And so listen, I know you have questions. We have a presentation, an invite only for Zoom, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever the time is, and then invite them to the opportunity. And then after that, you're looking to close them as a customer or a brand partner. Thisistheteam.com is our training site. And they've also evolved now. They have something called School, SKOOL. It's actually just another version of the This Is It Team training site. And it's school.com/This Is It Team. You go there, you register, and you start to watch the videos, and you track the videos you watch. You should have registered with Lifeway Corporate when you signed up and enrolled. If you enrolled on your own, there was a pop-up that came up and said, would you like to receive information from Lifeway? If not, you could call them directly, or if you go into any email that you receive from them, you can click on that to make sure you receive updates from the company directly. You can always call them as well. And the numbers on the website. If not, you can get it from your success coach. Register with Digital Alliance 101. Digital Alliance 101 is actually a spinoff from This Is It Team. There were some gaps in terms of when they had meetings and trainings. So what Digital Alliance did was provided additional trainings and presentations so to fill a gap. So we have several calls and presentations and trainings during the week. We have a YouTube channel. It's called This Is It Team. We have a Facebook page, This Is It Team. You can go there as a resource, get information, ask questions in the Facebook group, watch replays of many videos on the YouTube channel. And again, we have Road to Next Level events started yesterday. Was it yesterday? Well, yeah, it was in Puerto Rico on Saturday. Again, they're going to go through the 30th, and then we have the big event August the 10th. If you have not registered, please do. There's still time to register for that event. And Lifeway actually has a corporate event. Now, we've been talking about This Is a Team because of the success of our team. We actually probably have as many people at our events that the company has at its corporate event. But those of you who want to go to the corporate, very professional event, people from all over the world, that's going to take place October the 22nd through the 25th in Anaheim, California. They're going to have they always have a great performance that they don't tell you about performing, but it's a great way to meet the corporate team as well as people from other countries and other teams that are having success in Lifeway. All right, now talking about the pro system again. This is something you want to start to monitor. Again, I was going to start this week, but I'm going to give you guys another week, give you time to get adjusted. And again, this is what you want to do. You want to track what you're doing during the week. How many people did you peak or patch? All right, now if your goal is to do 5 a day and you took off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's only 25 people per week. So you want to jot down how many people did you peak, which means you called them, you spoke to them, and you gave them the info site, and then or you gave them a patch. And again, make sure you follow and follow up or revisit, and do it quickly. Don't wait a couple of days. Again, if you give somebody a patch, what I like to do when I give somebody a patch, the next morning I send them a reminder, say, hey, just a reminder to start wearing the patch this morning. And I'm going to show that there's a video in the This Is app on the phone app that actually tells people how to wear the patch. I think it might be 2.5 or 3 minutes at the most. But you know, I that's a way for me to follow up with them and remind them, let them you're going to follow up and remind them to drink plenty of water, remind them to maybe jot down and take notice of any things that you notice over the next couple of days. And then how many people did you get on the Zoom? First, how many did you invite? How many did actually get on the call? So if you invite 10 and nobody gets on, that means you need to work on your ability to invite. We call that the art of inviting. You invite 10 people and get 5, that's a great number. Again, anywhere from 3 to 5 people that you invite out of 10 is actually a good number. But again, what it does, it helps you realize, okay, what is not working for me? And again, that's what the team is for. We have people that are going to share with you what works for them in terms of how to invite. A lot of times it's simple language. I know one of our partners learned a tip on a call maybe 2 weeks ago, put that into play, and again, right away saw results. And again, it's something just that simple a tweak. So again, you want to pay close attention to what's working. And if what you're doing is not working, talk to your success coach and say, hey, I've invited 10 people, nobody's getting on. We may say, okay, what are you saying? How much information are you giving them? What's your energy level like when you talk to them? All that matters. You can't call somebody, it sounds like you're down in the dumps and say, hey, I want to invite you to this call. It's going to be great. It's a great opportunity. Would you get on the call? Now, I don't know about you, but if somebody called me with that kind of energy, I said, boy, they don't even sound confident themselves. But if you have the energy and excitement, they hear it in your voice. I mean, you could say all the wrong things, but that will get more attention than somebody who has all information, but they don't have the right energy. We have a saying that I'd rather be working with somebody who is ignorance on fire than somebody who is knowledge on ice. We have some people, they want to know every detail. They want to know before they start talking to people. They getting ready to get ready. I'd rather work with a person who starts today, tomorrow they calling people, they messing everything up, but they so excited. The people they talking to can't wait to hear what they're talking about because they're so excited. So again, keep that in mind, and we'll start that accountability next week. Now I'm going to shift gears. Dr. Stroman, if you are ready to take control of this wheel and this ship, he's going to talk about the art of inviting. As you know, Dr. Stroman has created a lot of successful ways of getting people on calls, getting people to join. I think this last Thursday we had a call. We had almost 50 people on the call, between 40 and 50 people, and I would say probably 10 to 12 were guests of Dr. Stroman. He's going to share with us how he was able to do that. So, Dr. Stroman, are you ready to take over?
Mr. Hawkins, can
Yes,
you
sir.
hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, great job as usual, Mr. Hawkins. Great job, great job.
Thank you.
Everybody, absolutely. Everybody gets something to write with. I am going to time to slow down just a little bit, even though this is recorded. Let me say this up front. When it comes to the art of inviting, I did have about, I think, 17, 18 people. But let me show you how I did it last Thursday. But I had 30 that wanted to be on the webinar. I'm going to show you what I say. Now, before I get started with this training of the art of inviting, I want to let you know that This Is It website has wonderful scripts. I just have a little orthodox way of doing things sometimes, okay? But they have scripts. So don't be intimidated by some of the things I'm going to say. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's fine, not a problem. I want you to find something you're comfortable with, but at the same time, you might want to stretch and, try something different. Remember, we do have other scripts. I just kind of do some things a little different when it comes to inviting. So I did the same thing when I'm teaching right now. About 18 people got on there, and we had 30 that said they wanted to be on there, and I'm just going to send them the playback. I have several of them getting ready to join. So let's get into this. Now, the art of inviting, and Hawkins shared some things about that already, so a little bit. It is the golden door to master success and fulfillment to reach the top of LifeWay. It's the golden door. Now, I want you to think about this. I'm going to give you some examples. If we have time, I'm going to do a role play, if we have time. I want you to focus on the benefits if you decide to master the art of inviting. Let me say it again. I want you to focus on the benefits if you decide, the key word, if you decide to master the art of inviting. Okay? Now, I want you to find an invitation that fits you, because some of these things you might have never heard before, but this is what I do to get people on the calls. I mean, it was a meeting one time, I had 100 people. How did I do this? I'm going to share a few things with you with the time that we have. Now, one of the things you want to do, you don't want to be a professional hearer and an amateur at doing. So I recommend that if anything that I say, and you don't have to take everything that I say, but something that resonates with you that I said, you want to practice. Practice makes improvement, not perfect. You cannot get good at anything unless you practice. So I don't want you to be a professional hearer and an amateur at doing. Okay, so I want to set the tone. Mr. Hawkins mentioned this. This is key. Your tone and your energy is key. Your tone and your energy. Do you know in the world of communication, your tone and your body language is 90% of communication. Not just what you say, but your tone and your energy is 90% of communication. So what I recommend that you do, you want to do what we call mental preparation. Let's say you have a list of 10 people you're going to invite. Mentally get ready. I don't care, you want to quote a scripture, play a song, whatever you got to do to get yourself mentally strong. And I want you to have the spirit of expectation. You want to be neutral, but expect that they're going to be a guest. Okay, so let's get started. Now, what I typically do, I normally invite people Wednesday because I want to get them locked down for Thursday. I do both, but a lot of time I do it Wednesday. Okay. Now, you want to sound like this is the most important thing in the world, a sense of urgency. Okay. Again, we have timeout role play. I'm going to try to be slow a little bit, Mr. Hawkins, if I can, because I want them to really get this. I believe it can really bless everybody that's willing to want to execute what we're going to talk about. Now, here we go. The first one. My mentor told me to invite 10 positive people to this exclusive educational Zoom about the stem cell revolution that is helping people around the world to experience outstanding health. Now, I would be honored if you would be my VIP guest. Now, you can change words however you want to do it. I'm just letting you know how I roll. So the key words, let's dissect that statement. Positive, stem cell revolution, outstanding health, honored if you would be my VIP guest. You guys are great students. You're taking great notes. I'm letting it sink in, Mr. Hawkins. Okay, let it sink in. Now, I'm going to dissect these a little bit when we have time. Hey, John, do you respect my judgment? The person is going to say yes. Great. Do me a favor and be a VIP guest on this Zoom about stem cell education that is having a profound effect on the human body. I'll say it again. Hey, John, do you respect my judgment? Yes. Great. Do me a favor and be my VIP guest on this Zoom about stem cell education that is having a profound effect on the human body. So let's dissect the key words. Judgment. Do you respect my judgment? That's key. See, everything is about the key words that Mr. Hawkins talked about. Key. Profound effect. Not just effect, profound effect on the human body. Let that sink in. I got a few more. Here's another one you might want to try on. This is kind of funny, but it works. Can you do yourself and me $1 million favor? Can you do yourself and me $1 million favor by attending this educational webinar about a multi-billion-dollar stem cell industry And by the way, no one in the world has this patented technology. Let's dissect. $1 million favor, right? $1 billion stem cell industry. No one in the world has this patented technology. Hawkins, you let me know if I'm going too fast, sir.
No,
We're
just
doing
right.
good? Okay,
Yep.
thank you. Thank you, sir. The next one to try on, I know you're gonna laugh about this, but it works. I mean, I have people laughing because you want to bring joy when you invite people. Here's the deal. I know some of you will, A personalities, I get it, but check this out. Hey, Mary, do you feel like being nice today? I know this is orthodox stuff, man, but it works. And I had people laughing on the call, Hawkins, when I said that. I said, hey, Mary, do you feel like being nice today? And they just started laughing. Now I created an atmosphere of joy. Great. Then be my VIP guest on this exclusive educational webinar about the stem cell revolution, which is the wave of the future. Let's dissect. Being nice. Everybody want to be nice. Nobody want to be mean when you ask that question, right? So you got them. VIP guests. Exclusive. Another powerful word. The stem cell revolution, which is the wave of the future. I'm just letting it sink in a minute. Okay, here's another one. Hawkins, I think you'll like this one. Do you think you're getting paid what you're worth? They're going to say no. Would you like to be in the I give myself a raise business? Come on, man. Okay. Do you think you're getting paid what you're worth? No. Would you like to be in the I give myself a raise business? I'm just letting it sink in. Hawkins, you'll like this one too. Have you ever thought about being successful? Think about it, guys. You're talking to somebody, you call them up, have you ever thought about being successful? You know they're going to say yes, right? Okay, can I show you a powerful health and financial blueprint that can make that a reality tonight at 8 p.m. for you and your family? Let's dissect. Being successful. Have you ever thought about it? Powerful health and financial blueprint for your family. The emotional button for your family, for your family, for your family. Let that sink in for a second. Here's another favorite that I use. How would you like to improve your $1 billion temple? Folks, everything I do, I talk about the $1 billion temple. How would you like to improve your $1 billion temple? They're going to say yes. Well, tonight we have a professional speaker who will educate you and your family how to live a long, strong life. Can I put you on my VIP list? Let's dissect. I'll say it again. How would you like to improve your $1 billion temple? They say yes. Well, tonight we have a professional speaker who will educate you and your family how to live a long, strong life. Can I put you on my VIP list? You guys are taking great notes. The next to the last one, then I'm going to show you how to do the text. Would you like your family to experience generational health and generational wealth at the same time? I'll say it again. Would you like your family to experience generational health and generational wealth at the same time? Yes. Well, I got fantastic news for you and your lovely family. History can begin tonight. Can I put you on my VIP list? Let's dissect. What are the power words? Generational health, generational wealth at the same time. Fantastic news. Lovely family. History can begin tonight. Can I put you on my VIP list? Okay, now that's enough for right there. I'm gonna get some. Can I give a bonus, Mr. Hawkins?
Absolutely.
Okay. Here's my text strategy. We are on a crusade to destroy bad health and debt in our community. I'd like to invite you to an exclusive educational experience about the power of stem cell technology. Let me know if you would like the link. Folks, this works like a charm because I'm not giving them the link. I got the keys to the kingdom. It's posture. People text me, Mr. Hawkins, give me the link, because I don't give it out. I mean, it's amazing how this thing works, Hawkins. So let's dissect keywords. Exclusive educational experience about the power of stem cell technology. Let me know if you would like the link. Oh, I want this link. That's the psychology of it. And once they accept, ask them to invite others who they love and care about. This is how you're going to double your numbers, guys. If you invite one person, they think it's just for them. You have not because you ask not. You got to have them to invite other people. So one person can turn into 5. Hello, one person can turn into 5. So here's what I do. I send a text reminder 30 minutes before, and I give them instructions. I said, here's a text message to remind you about this important. Guys, you got to make sure this is important. Zoom. And do me a favor. Can you do me a favor and put in the chat that I invited you as my special guest? Let's dissect. What are the key powerful words? Important. Do me a favor in the chat. And I want everybody to know you are my special guest. Let that sink in. We're almost there, guys. Part 2 of this inviting will be the cold market. We're not going to cover that tonight because I don't want to hit you too much stuff, man. Cold market, the cold market another time. But here's the deal. I'm going to give you some bonus information here. This is what I do. I invite, I expose, I open new worlds for somebody, and I repeat. It's the same pro, but I just, I do my little Stromanisms, right, Hawkins? I got to do the Stromanism, right? So I invite. Now, typically what we say, invite, expose, and close. I don't close. This Stroman now, I'm not telling anybody to think like me, okay? I invite, I expose because I'm opening up a new world for them. I'm opening up a new world for them. I invite, I expose, I open up a new world for someone, and I repeat. Now, the pro, we all pros on here. So I'm gonna give you a little something delicious. Write down ABC, and I'm almost done. ABC, ABC, ABC. Guys, if you get this, because Mr. Hawkins knows everything I do, when I do everything I do around the country, with me, family, it's all about headquarters. Everything with me is about headquarters. That's that computer between your ears. Now, here's the ABCs. Write it down. A, where a person is now. Where a person is now. It might be a health challenge, financial challenge. Where a person is now. That's the A. Where a person is now. Where a person is now. B, where would they rather be? Where would they rather be? Where would they rather be? And the most important one, are they willing to make a change? Are they willing to make a change? Because if they're not willing to make a change, there's nothing you can do. So I go over it again. Where a person is now, because everybody in life got something missing, something they want to improve. You got to find what that is. As a consultant, you got to ask the right question. I have time to break that down. You got to go deeper. People will give you surface answers. That's not the real truth. You got to go deeper. So where a person is now, where would they rather be? Are they willing to make a change? And you can do that. Now, you don't walk up to somebody, let me give you the ABCs. Come on now. You do this in a conversation. Okay? Now, I'm going to do a quick role play. I got a new friend, Hawkins, named Amber. Hey, Amber, I'm going to call on you, young lady. Come on, come off mute. Come on, let's talk, Amber. We're going to role play or something. You don't have to say much, Amber.
You're no longer my friend, Anthony.
I adopted you. And you can't do nothing about it. I adopted you, young lady. Hey, Amber, how you doing, lady?
Oh, Lord. I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Well, listen, Amber, here's the deal. See, if I'm talking to Amber, let's say I went to one of these invitations and Amber says, because everything about life, guys, is commitment. No commitment, no success. No commitment, no follow through. No commitment, no energy. It's about commitment. Now, understanding our world, people don't like to commit. So when I say to Amber, now once Amber, let's do it this way, Amber. I'm gonna do the first one, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna tie it down. Okay, so I'm gonna say, hey, Amber, let's have a little fun. We got some time, Amber.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 2 invitations, and let me know, and you guys can put in the chat what you want to do. Which one you guys like? You ready for the first one, Amber?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hey, Amber, can you get on a Zoom tonight? If you don't mind, can you get on a Zoom? Okay, that's one invitation. Right? Okay. That's one invitation. Or if I say, hey, Amber, my mentor told me to invite 10 positive people to this exclusive educational Zoom about the stem cell revolution that is helping people around the world experience outstanding health. I would be honored if you would be my VIP guest. Now, Amber, which one would you respond to, the first one or the second one? We know the answer.
Second one.
Okay. Now watch this. Now I got to tie this thing down. Now, once she gives me a commitment, when I make the invitation, and here's what sometimes family, we drop it a little bit. We're not finished. So I said, hey, Amber, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Okay. How do you keep your appointments? In your phone, or do you have a planner?
In my phone.
Okay, great. Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you put our appointment on your phone right now? I'll wait. Can you do that for me?
I can do that.
Okay, now watch this, guys. It's important. I'll wait. You finished, Amber?
Yes.
Okay, now could you hold on 1 second, Amber?
Sure.
Okay, now watch this, guys. Amber, my VIP guest, Thursday at 8 o'clock. I want her to hear me say that, guys. Amber, my VIP guest, Thursday. She's like, whoa, I got to get on the Zoom. Okay? Did y'all get that? Now, remember this, family, and I'll go over, get ready to wrap it up because the Hawkins want to go over some things. Most people are like cans. Your job is to be the can opener. Let me say it again. Most people are like cans. Your job is to be the can opener. If you practice, that's the key. This is not going to happen just because you heard this information that Mr. Hawkins shared or all the fantastic leaders. It's not going to happen. You got to practice this stuff. Call people up, call your success line, anybody, and just practice. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So now sounds like I think we have a consensus. If I get on the phone and if I sound like the first person, I don't care. I'm like, get me off this phone. Guys, if you got to stand up to get energy, you got to read scripture to get image. If you got to do whatever it takes, you can need some energy. And I remember one time, I wrap it up this time, I had somebody inviting me to, they did my invitations, right, Hawkins? And the person sound like they lost the whole world. I called that brother up. I said, don't you ever sound like that introducing me on a call. We had a big laugh about it. I said, man, what you doing? You got to match my energy, brother. Anyway, so Amber, you still my friend? See, that wasn't too bad, right, Amber?
It wasn't bad at all.
Okay, thank you, my new friend. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Wait a minute. You said he didn't match your energy.
Huh?
What did he sound like? What did he say? Hey, you guys, you want to talk to Anthony about this? I mean,
yes.
what did he say?
That's a good thing, Amber. So I teach about 8 different classes. So this particular class, I do a health class for the church community, right? This is Dr. Stroman, and he's going to talk about health. That's how he sound. That's how he sound. He's never sounded that way before. And I know things happen, but see what you have to do, all of this is a mess. I'm glad you asked that question. Guys, we all have things happening in our life. But when it's showtime, you got to control headquarters. You got to put on your cape because nobody want to hear no sad anything on a Zoom. They don't want to hear that. So even though somebody may go through something, you got to get that internal fortitude to override because it's showtime. If I got on a Zoom and I'm sounding like that, Lord have mercy. And this is a challenge with many of us. We have no idea how we sound. You might want to record yourself, okay? And if you invite yourself, would you invite hearing how you invite? you might want to do that. So anyway, Amber, thank you so very much. So guys, that's all I have for tonight. Just to summarize a few things. Tone and energy, 90% of communication is body language and your tone, okay? Remember, you can put any words if you want to try some of these. This Is It team has excellent scripts as well. It's just that I'm a little orthodox. And like I said, Thursday, I had 30 people that said I want to get on the Zoom. The others, they had a conflict, but now I'm going to send them the replay. And those people that got on the Zoom, they're coming on board as brand partners and customers because I focus on the art of inviting. I pray that you guys got something out of this short little session. I'll send you my Cash App. I'm just teasing. Hey, Mr. Hawkins, back to you, buddy.
Thank you, sir. In fact, what I like to do, Dr. Stroman, is open up the line. If anybody has any questions about what Dr. Stroman shared, again, if you notice, a lot of the keys to his inviting is language, energy, and again, words. All those things make a difference in terms of how he invites and he follows up. So again, anybody have any questions about Dr. Stroman before we move on? I'm sure. Again, I know you were trying to write fast, but again, this is going to be this is recorded, so you'll be able to play rewind, and try those scripts. You want to find out what works best for you. You know, you don't want to sound, if you don't use certain words, you don't want to all of a sudden go from sounding somebody who maybe just finished high school to somebody who has a master's in literature, like Shakespeare. But again, you do want to use your own personality, use your own what sounds best for you. And again, you could run it by us. Anybody have any questions? You can either come off mute and raise your Zoom hand. Again, this is not a formal meeting, even though it seems that way because of the slides. But anybody have any questions for Dr. Strong before we move forward? Either
No
one or two
question.
things.
Now
There
I
you
have a
go.
question. This is Lynn, but I always enjoy hearing his new tweaks and his new invite verbiage. It's great. Always a great trainer. Thank you, Dr. Stroman. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And you notice he changed it from time. Sometimes you change it again, constantly evolving. But if you a month from now, it may be different. But again, could you find what works? And when you see you get great results from it, to keep doing what that worked. If you're not getting your results, then okay, maybe I need to change something. Any other questions? On what?
No questions, but again,
Go ahead.
the last time he did gave us a presentation when I think it was week before last. I used quite a bit of what he was talking about tonight. And for Thursday's call, normally I get about maybe 10% a response. I got 50% response this time. So
wow.
It does work.
Praise God. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
You're quite welcome. My
And
pleasure.
that was from one training, and it was actually a call. It wasn't even we didn't have the Zoom that week because we didn't have the ability to call. But again, I'm going to move forward again. Again, a lot of you, again, you're going to get the recording. Again, practice it. Like you said, there are scripts on the This Is It team site. And one thing I like to do, and I still do this often, is like you said, before you call somebody, make sure you're in the right state of mind. If you have to do push-ups, jumping jacks, walk around the house fast, whatever you do, you want to have that sense of urgency and energy. Your blood is pumping. So now when you're talking to somebody, they're going to sense your energy and excitement. And also there's a video, and many of you have seen that. I played it a few times. I play it often. Gentleman's name is Eric Worre. He spells his name Worre. He has a video. He's one of the premier trainers of network marketing, and he has a video called Inviting by Phone. And he goes through a series of things you do when you invite. Again, you don't just invite somebody and say, great, I spoke to Anthony, he says he's going to be on the call, and now you're waiting for Anthony to get on the call. He doesn't show up, and now Anthony goes into the witness protection program. You can't reach him. Again, because there's a series of things you need to do beforehand and let people know you're serious about inviting them. You need a confirmation. I'd rather, if somebody tells me they're going to see if they can make it, I said, well, I'd rather you not wait to see if you're going to make it. Let me know when you can make it, and let's set on a date and that and time. So again, if what I like to do is only about 12 minutes. So what I like to do is before I start calling people, I'll watch that video. Again, it's 12 minutes, so watch the video, and then after the video, use what you just learned. And again, if you watch it enough times, and you're going to get it, and you're going to know those steps by heart. You're not going to have to watch it as often. But again, that's a great way, besides the energy, your energy to have, your excitement, the language that Dr. Stroman used, the wording, VIP guests, and you notice he's asking permission. Again, if you just send somebody a text, you haven't spoke to them, and you're trying to invite them, it's like you're telling them. But again, if you have a chance to talk to somebody first, obviously that works best. If you can't reach them, again, then you can go ahead and use the text as an option. But again, don't just invite people. I know people that come on and invited 20 people by text. Nobody showed up, and they couldn't figure out why. Again, you have to treat each person like an individual. And the best way to do it, again, if you can make 5 phone calls a day using those techniques, you'll start to have the results that we just talked about. So thanks, Dr. Stroman, for always doing an incredible job. The checks in the mail, if you still receive checks.
Bean pie.
Oh, that's right, bean pie. I forgot. I got to get Dr. Stroman bean pie. I'm going to talk about tracking your progress. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I talked about this last week, but when you log into your back office, and I recommend you do this every Monday, because again, our week is from Sunday to Sunday. So at midnight tonight starts the new cycle, which is the West Coast time. And again, so everything you do between Monday and Sunday at midnight counts towards whatever you're going to earn the following week. So again, you need to see what your status is week by week, so you can track your progress, know what to do, and you want to review your rank, particularly in the binary. And then all you have to do is complete the task to achieve the next rank. And again, just repeat that weekly. I'm going to show a couple of screenshots. This is one that you're going to see when you first log in. The one on the top is, if you're brand new, more than likely you're going to see what's on the top. It says active brand partner on the left, and it says manager on the right. Manager is the first rank that you want to achieve to get to. And even before you become manager, one of the first things you want to do is you want to get what we call binary qualified. And binary qualified means you have one person on your left and one person on your right. And when you first enroll, that you automatically set, when you sign somebody up, they're going to go on what's called your strong leg. And what does that mean? That means when somebody signs you up, let's say you get signed up and you're on Dr. Stroman's right side. That's because that's where a lot of activity is. They want to put you in a position where you're already in a position to start earning quickly. So that is considered your strong leg. So if you got enrolled and that's the strong leg, that is where the company is going to place you. That's called your strong side. Now, if you sign up another person, they're going to continue to be on that strong side until you actually make a change. So let's say you sign up your first person, they're on your right side. And then what you want to do is go in your back office. We'll show how to do that. And you're going to change your settings so that the next person goes on your left side. Again, now you're binary qualified. That's really the first thing you want to strive to achieve, because that means you can actively get paid in the binary up to $100 per week in the binary. Okay. And again, eventually we'll show you how to go back and forth. But again, if you look at what you're going to see at the very top, it says whether the person is active brand partner. It tells you what you need to do. If there's a check mark, that means you have completed that task. It tells you what percentage you are to getting to the next goal. In this case, somebody's already manager. But again, it's going to show you how many people you have in your left leg and right leg. And again, based on what you see, it kind of tells you what to do next. And if you're not sure, reach out to your success coach. We'll walk you through it. We'll show you graphically. Again, you just want to maximize the compensation. We've had people that have signed up, and they've had like a string of 8 to 10 people sign up all on one side. And even though they had 10 people, they were not binary qualified. So they couldn't even earn up to $100 a week until they got at least one more person on the right side or the opposite side. So again, that's something you want to monitor. Don't get too bogged up and anxious about what this means. Again, it's just a way for you to monitor your progress. It's almost like keeping track of where you are and where you have to go. So it kind of helps you through the path. Below that is another one, a person that's already manager, and you're going to see manager on the left, director on the right. And as you progress to the company, you're going to see that where you are on the left and where you want to go to the right. Again, if those all are checked off, that means you are now manager. they're not checked off. It's kind of telling you what to do. You see a left side and a right side. So they keep it very simple. You want to track your progress. Again, every Monday, look into your back office. And what we'll often do, sometimes we'll take a look and see, because we might see that, hey, you just joined and you see you haven't changed your settings. So we'll let you know. We just had to happen. One of our partners sign up 2 people immediately. They both was on the right side. He meant to put one on the left. And the company, what they'll do is if you sign someone up in their first 5 days, they'll actually, if you call them, they'll move it to the opposite side, or they'll move it for you. But particularly if you haven't signed somebody else up right away. So again, keep that in mind. If you feel like, hey, I put someone in too soon and not on the side I want to be on, it can be changed. All right. So again, always track your progress. Every Monday, take a look at it. If you want somebody to walk you through it, to kind of explain it, please do so. Again, it takes a little while to learn and understand a compensation plan. But again, you want to, like anything else, you want to know how you're getting paid. How can you maximize the compensation plan? There's money sometimes sitting on the table. For example, we had a situation where a gentleman was a manager, but one of the people didn't place the order. They have the ordership, so they're not. You never lose your position, but you're going to get paid at whatever rank you're qualified for that particular week. So because that one person hadn't placed the order or didn't do it in the time that they should have, the most that person can earn is $100. If you're not a manager, the most you can earn on a weekly basis is $100. But by getting that one person to go ahead and step up and they place the order, that shifted that weekly bonus from $100 to close to $400. Because now when you're a manager, you can earn up to $1,500 per week. So again, these little things are important. So sometimes there's money sitting there and people don't know how to get to it. So we're here to show you how to do that. And again, if anybody wants to have that covered, then we can cover in more detail in one of the upcoming training. So again, these are some things. Just commit to training. Attend Sunday huddle trainings, weekly Saturday trainings, any live training events. From time to time, a LifeWave does a virtual event. It could be an all-day or 2-day event where you can watch it from the comfort of your home. I believe the event in Florida, if you can't make it, they're going to make it available so you can watch it virtually. And again, let's say you live in a town where you have some team members that are close by. You can one person register and everybody come together. You get some snacks, and again, you all watch and learn together. So if you can't make it to the live event, there's always usually a way to watch the virtual event. That's for all of the events, okay? I'm not going to talk about the ways to earn. Let me run through real quickly. You earn retail commission. That means you sign someone up and they get a X39, for example, you can earn 100. It costs them $149.95. They're going to earn $50 every time someone purchases in your retail. Product deduction bonus, just like it sounds. Anytime you enroll somebody who gets one of those cycles, one of those bundles, you're going to earn anywhere from $35 to $405 one-time commission for that person getting started. Okay, they call it a product deduction bonus. The binary cycle we just talked about, basically it's a balance of how much you have on your left and right. And when you have a certain amount on the left and a certain amount on the right, every time that happens, it's called a cycle. You're going to get a $50 bonus. It could be $100, could be $150. It's going to be in multiples of 50 depending on the volume on your left and right. Obviously, when you first start, it's going to be 50. That's going to go up. But as your team grows and as time goes on, you can't stop people joining and adding to your value. Because every time somebody joins, they're adding volume and it's banking. Again, I had a gentleman who was in for almost 6 months. He signed up as a brand partner, but all he did was order 1 sleeve a month. But which was good because that meant he kept his banking. And so he had 100 people under him on one side alone. But once he saw that and realized the position he was in, all he had to do was go to work and start building the other side. And all those volume that was banked, he started getting paid on. Okay, and then matching bonus obviously is what you get for the people that you personally enroll. Again, 25% matching on people you personally enroll, 20% on the people they enroll, and then 20% on they enroll. So you're getting paid 3 levels for work that you're not doing other than you introduce someone. So if you're the kind of person that says, hey, I'm really not talkative, I'm a little shy, find somebody who's talkative, enroll them, and you be and let and then that's going to help you have success in the company. And then they do have incentive trips, usually a couple of times a year, where based on your points, and the points are usually based on things like how many customers did you get, how many people did you enroll. You don't have to be at the top level in the company. There are a lot of companies out there that the only way you can go on a trip is you have to be at the top level of that company. And again, so very few people have the ability to go, but we've had trips, and again, people from manager and above, and some people that weren't even managers were able to go because they had a lot of customers or they had a lot of points. So keep an eye out. Anytime those things happen, we'll let them know. You'll get an announcement, but we usually will cover it as well. We'll tell you what the qualifications are, so you know what to do and how to get there. All right. Again, I'm gonna share the In Touch app towards the end, but I just want to remind people that there's some big events coming up. Again, they had July the 9th, they had an event in Fort Lauderdale. Yesterday, with the 12th, they had something in Puerto Rico. On the 16th, they're going to be in Orlando, Florida. On the 19th, they're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. That's a Saturday. On July 23rd, they're going to be in Houston, Texas. And then on the 30th, they're going to be in West Palm Beach. All of that is leading up to the event on the August the 8th to the 10th in Orlando, Florida. So the flyers are available on the site. So let me go back to the In Touch app. Anybody have any questions? I think that'd be the last thing right before I wrap up. Any questions? All right, let me stop sharing my screen here. If you have any questions during the course, feel free to unmute yourself, raise your Zoom hand, type in the chat.
Hi, Derek. This is Patricia.
Hello, Patricia. How are you?
How are you doing? I'm good. I'm good. I was in the car and my signal failed and I lost I don't know what my battery died. Did you? We are being recorded, right?
Yes,
I
I'm
was
recording
listening.
this. Yeah, this training is being recorded. Yes.
Okay, very good. Because
Yes.
Dr. Stroman's points were very good.
Yes, they are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let me. See if I can share my screen. That's all these people on the Zoom. All right, can you guys see my screen okay? Be not as big as I can, if I can make it any bigger.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna see if I can make it a little bigger.
It's good.
All right, so this is the LifeWave In Touch app. So for those of you who are new, if you have not downloaded it, downloaded the app. It's called In Touch LifeWave. It's free to all our brand partners, and I believe preferred customers also can download the app. The great thing about this app is it allows you to track the people that you share with. At the very bottom of the screen, you see what looks like a house. That's the home page, which is the page you enter when you first join. That's the home page. Next to it is this is the media page. So if you wanted to share some information with people, you have a lot of choices of videos. As you can see at the top, if you wanted to share the business approach, these are kind of short videos that highlight LifeWave. There's brand videos, like this one talks about life. It says meet LifeWave X39. And the great thing about it is before you send it to anyone, you could watch the video yourself. Then there's the opportunity. You can as well. There's a app or a link for enrolling somebody with LifeWave. So if somebody wanted to sign up, you would click on enroll with LifeWave and you would send them the link. If you go further down, there's some other videos. Again, there's a series you can watch and see which ones you might want to send people. And I'm going to mention the one that I like to use when I give somebody a sample patch or a sample. There's a video. One is called a science. And there's another video in terms of how to wear the patch. And that's a simple way to keep people in touch. Here it is right here. It says where to place the patches. So our newest, most popular patch, LifeWave X39 patch placements, learn to. Now I'm going to use, I need a volunteer for somebody that does not have the app. If you don't have the app and you want to volunteer, who wants to volunteer who does not have the app? Can I get a volunteer? Everybody have the app? Okay, I'm going to pick on somebody. Let's see who. All right. Who does? All right. Who's going to allow me to send them, show them how this app works? Any takers? Anybody can unmute?
Karen.
Karen?
Yeah.
All right. So Karen Haynes. So for those of you, so Karen Haynes is, let's say Karen Haynes is somebody I know. So what I'm going to do first, let me move this out of my way. I'm going to click on the video itself. So when I click on it, that's the video. Now I'm going to play part of it just so you can see it, so you can watch. So before I send it to Karen, I said, let me take a look and see what this video says. Hopefully you guys can hear it as well. So I'm going to play the video. Come on, video. Because they want to cooperate. There you go. Actually, started playing on this own. What normally happens when you click on it, it actually plays the video. Look like it's maybe because I'm using my phone and I'm on a Zoom. But anyway, so the first thing I would do it was, you see it says, how would I like to share? So let's say individual. So I select individual, and then it's going to ask me who the person is. They call it a prospect. Now, it could be an existing prospect. That means somebody I've already spoken to once, and maybe I don't want to send them another video. Device contacts are people that are already on my phone. And a new prospect is somebody maybe I just met. So sometimes I just meet someone. I say, let me get your number, and I go right to the app and put them in here, because now you have them in your database. You can track them. So let's say I'm going to select device contacts, because Karen is in my contacts, and I'm going to search for her by name. You should come up. And if they're not, you can add them. So I'm going to search for Karen Haynes. And let's see what happens when I do my search. Okay, I got it. Let me go back, because I think I erased it before I let it in. Karen. Let me do the search. Oh. H-A-Y, wait, N-E-S. All right, Karen, you know what I'm gonna do? I know I've been in there. Let me go back. I'm gonna say individual. I'm saying new prospect. Even though I have Karen's. I'm gonna put her name in. See, Karen. H-A-N-E-S. And Karen, give me your number, your mobile number.
678
678
933
933
2109.
2109. Okay. I'm going to skip the email just for now. I'm going to say continue. And here's the beauty of it. Once I continue, it's going to ask me, do I want to a reminder in 1 day, 3 days, or 7 days? Usually it's a day or 3 days, no more than that. So I'm going to say I want to follow up in 3 days with Karen. So I'm going to click the bell. Turns blue. That means in 3 days, I'm going to get a reminder that I sent Karen this video. Now, the beauty is I can send it by text, by email, by Facebook Messenger, by WhatsApp, by Telegram, by Line, whatever that is, by WeChat, or Kakao Talk. So these must be other messenger services that I'm not familiar with. But so I'm going to say I want to send it by text because I have her phone number. I could have easily selected email, depending on which I want to use. So I'm going to click continue. And what it's going to do is going to create the text for me before I send it. And the great thing about it is I can modify the email before it is sent to Karen. All right. So now you see there's a message. You can preview the message. It says, hi, Karen. Here's a video from LifeWave explaining where to apply the X39 patch. And then it has my website, Derek Hawkins X39. So this is a way for me to track it. So I'm going to hit continue. And now I'm going to start the text. So again, before I actually send it, I can modify, but I have to start the text first. So it's actually going to go, I'm going to use messages You can choose again WhatsApp. You can use different ways. So I'm going to use messages this time. And now here's the text. So now the text says, let me go from the top. So here's the text. It says, "Hi, Karen. Here's the video from LifeWave explaining where to apply the X39 patch. It's going to have a link. Now, I usually like to add something else. And I said for more detailed information, or just more info, I can say visit. Yeah, this is it. Right, get out the way, get out the way. This is it. My screen is in my way of my typing. Sorry about that. All right, let me just leave that out for now because when I touch my screen, you see the marker on there. All right, let me just leave it at that. The bottom line, you can add additional messages. So I'm going to say finished. I'm going to send. So just things in my way. That's what's on. Sorry. I'm going to hit send. Not a complete message, but anyway. Plus is acting funky today. They think I'm trying to edit it. That's what I mean. Yeah. All right. So what I just did, I sent Karen that text. Again, it's not a complete text, but now I'm going to share what happens on Karen. When you get the text message, do me a favor and click on that link. And what she's going to do is I'm going to ask her to watch the video just for, watch the whole video, but start watching the video. And let me know, did you get the text?
Yeah, it just came in. I'm trying to watch it now.
All right.
I
So
just clicked on it.
I sent Karen a video. And again, you could choose any video you want. And what's going to happen is if she watches the video, it's going to tell me what percentage you're watching. Actually, you can hear her watching it.
Stem cells to a younger, healthier state to give you a whole new level of vitality. The patch works by using phototherapy.
You see what popped up on my screen? It says video is being viewed, Karen Hayes.
X39 patch will improve your energy and sleep, just to name a few. And the best part, X39 works no matter where you place it on your body. Our studies were based on 2 locations. The first one is at the
So
base.
do me a favor, Karen, go ahead and stop the video.
The other location is just below the belly button, as shown here. But remember, you really can place it anywhere.
Hey, Karen, you can stop your video on your screen.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you notice as soon as she started watching it, it popped up on my screen. But at the bottom next to the image, you see look like 2 people. That is your prospects in terms of the people that you've contacted so far about the patch. So everything is kept in this under prospects. And what you're going to see is going to show you all the names of the people that I've shared with, who they are. Sometimes I put notes in here. I see a couple other members in here. We did some role playing. And if you want to test it again, test it with one of your partners, your success coach, before you send it out, just to see how it works. That's a good way to practice it. So now I'm going to go to, let's see, should be the last. And I'm going to look for her by name. Search. I'm just going to do a search first. But again, I got a notification on the bottom right now. You see what it says 2 minutes ago. And it's let me know. So I'm going to click on what see what it says. Spin it around. So as Karen Haynes has a number, there's a notes in here. Send media campaigns, tags, orders. But at the bottom right, you notice there is a number 1 by that notification. That is the notification. This is the notification in the bottom right. So I'm going to click on it. It's going to tell me. It says video is being viewed. Right, it shows the, it said Karen Haynes is viewing the video, LifeWave patch placements. You can view the video percentage watching details under the prospect button. So under details, let me go back under details. Go to the prospect. Okay, Karen Haynes. So it's going to tell me that she watched a certain percentage of the video. So when you send it to somebody, he's going to let you know whether they watch it, whether they watch the whole thing. So if you know somebody watched the whole video, that lets you know that, hey, they have serious interest because they didn't just, watch it and turn it off. And if you call somebody, you can find out if they watched it or not. Okay, where can go back? But again, this app has a lot of tools in here. Again, the second, next to the house, which is the home, is the videos. The 2 head is like the contacts of the people. The 3rd is a calendar. I guess if you wanted to kind of follow up your own things. I haven't used the calendar much, but then as far as your notification, it tells me again that she watched the video. Now it's 4 minutes ago. And where it says view prospect details underneath, when I click on that, it's going to tell me the notes, the details, campaign tags, orders, groups, history, social media, campaign tags, orders, history. I just clicked on what's called the history button. Yeah. I think it's a little slow because I'm on Zoom on my phone as well as my laptop. So when you try to share your screen and audio. So what you'll see is on July 14th, it says viewed video 70%. First, you show that I sent it. And then it shows that she viewed 70% of the video. So again, you can tell it's not a long video. So again, this is the InTouch app. I would say go to the app. There's a training module on how to use the app, but it's a great tool to use. Again, sometimes you might run into somebody, and if you get their number, let's say you gave them a pass, you gave them the card about LifeWave with the this is it info. Say, listen, let me get your number real quick, and then now you put them right in the This Is InTouch app, and now you have them listed under the prospects. And again, now you can track and keep up with them. It's a way to have them all in one place. All right. So that's pretty much all I want to cover tonight. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we trained on tonight? Any questions on anything that we didn't train on? Any comments before we close out? Let me stop sharing the screen. Any questions? Anybody at all? Let me have a quiet group.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Derek and Doc. Great call again, as always.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I can figure out how to stop sharing on my app.
Thank you for the training, Doc.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you, Derek. We
You're
appreciate
welcome. Absolutely. I appreciate you all. And again, hopefully, you got some value out tonight. This is recorded, so I'll send it out probably tomorrow after I have to save it. And I'll usually make it as a YouTube video so I can share the link. And remember that Erica McQueen is having her patch cast tomorrow at 1 o'clock. She has it every Monday at 1 o'clock. It's if anybody's available during the day, have somebody available, plug into that call. It's always a presentation with multiple testimonies when we have them. And then obviously at 8 and 10 o'clock. So great way to start the week. And
Eric,
yes, sir.
you didn't do the roll call as far as what your week was like, and I put a lot of work this week.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I'm going to have, if you want to start off and do yours, and anybody else wants to share what they did for the week, I'll do mine as well. But Go ahead, Emerson. Let us know what you did, and that'll be a good example for what people need to look for to do next week. And I know you have put us. So let's start with Emerson.
All right, well, I talked with 48 people this week. I've got 2 preferred customers, and I've got about 15 contacts for the week coming up.
Awesome. Were you able to write? Some of them came on the Zoom call.
Yes, sir. Six of the 12 that I called came on the Zoom.
Okay, that's awesome. All right. Anybody else want to share what their week was like? Any volunteers? Again, you can see Emerson and Emerson director, and you can see why. And in fact, I'll do my numbers. I reached out to 28 people during the course of the week, and that's 28 that either peaked or patched. Some of them were actually couples, and out of that, I invited 12 to an event, and out of the 12, 4 got on the presentation. Out of that, 2 became preferred customers. I have a third that is they were signing up on their own as a preferred customer. I'm gonna have to probably help them with it, and I have 1 potential new brand partner for the week. So, and my goal for next week, again, my goal is usually to do 5 a day, 25 people at peak and patch. Again, out of that, I'm looking to always get, 1 to 2 brand partners and 3 to 5 customers. So again, for next week, that is my goal. So anybody else want to share their goal, either what they've done or what their goal is for next week, feel free to do so. And again, there's no judgment, it's really just a way for you to monitor what you're doing. And again, your results are based, and you'll see that your numbers will bear out in the activity. The more people you talk to, the more no's you get, the more yeses you'll get, and the more success you'll have. So thanks for sharing that, Emerson. I appreciate that.
I got a bunch of no's, but that's all right.
A lot of those no's are just no for right now.
That's it.
No for right now. Anyone else? I'm trying to figure out how to. Who was that?
This is Gloria.
Hey, Gloria. That's right. I know Gloria had.
I sent you, I sent it to you
Oh,
by
you sent it to me? Okay.
text that I had talked to 22 people this week.
Okay.
A couple of them it's actually supposed to meet with one tomorrow, and a couple of they're just kind of out trying to make a decision as
Follow
to
up, yeah.
whether they want to join or not. So, and just like him, I got quite a few no's, but not giving up on them.
That's right. You're looking for the yeses. The no's is just practice for the yeses. And again, keep in mind, and I appreciate that, Gloria. Like I said, it's just a matter of, again, doing the numbers. And a lot of times the follow-up's not going to always happen like right away the next day. You may reach out to them, but again, that's why the goal is follow up. There's always other people to follow up with. So if your goal is to follow up with 5 people a day, it may not be the same 5, may not be the 5 you spoke to the day before. Again, because sometimes I call people who I've invited before who the timing wasn't right, and I'll go back in my list and say, okay, let me follow up with this person. And there were 2 of them that became customers who I had spoken to before. Said they were interested. They actually told me they would sign up by a certain date and time, and they kept to their word. So again, so follow up could be those who are, again, who you've spoken to before. But again, it's all in the numbers. It's number games. All right. So with that, let me say,
Nice class tonight. Great class. Great teaching.
thank you, Gloria. Appreciate that. Of course, Dr.
Both
Stroman
of you guys.
have a new title for Dr. Stroman. We keep giving a new titles. He was a what's the other one? He's a hydration specialist. He's a painologist, and now he's a can opener.
Can opener.
He talked about being a can opener. But anyway, I want to thank everyone. We said stop with the yes. All right, so I was able to stop my screen. All right, so I didn't have anything else. I do want to. Do I have this on here? Probably not. Yeah, so that's all I have for this evening. I know we put a little bit longer, so I'm gonna Start recording in a moment. But again, thank you all for your time. Hopefully, again, you got something out of it. I'll send that replay out, and let's make this week great. And I'll be ready for the reports next week. All right.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, all. Good night, Aquaman.
That's right.
Sir.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Have a
Dr.
blessed night.
Yes.
Thank you, my
Good
friend.
night, all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Have a great night. Dr. Stroman, the pain allergist.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all for your attention and time. And again,
God
look out for
bless.
the
Good night.
recording. Good night.
Everyone be blessed and highly favored.
Yes, we are.
Sometimes she,